Have you ever answered a phone call? And before you answered the phone call, you were on cloud nine. I don't know, you were having a great day, things were going your way, and then you got this phone call. And it did not go well. And then after you got off the phone with this person, whoever that was, you just felt so, I don't know, you could have felt stressed out, you could have felt down. Your day has changed. Everything has changed. You know what I'm talking about, right? That is energy. And today I'm going to talk about energy in a way, hopefully, that maybe for some of us, it's a reminder, but maybe for the first time, you will see energy in a whole new way and be empowered in a way that you never thought possible. But first, I want to remind you that the priority list for joining Rock That Fitness is open. If you haven't gotten on the list yet and you're ready to join Rock That Fitness membership, we're going to be doing open registration. It's coming. It's coming in the spring. I believe we're going to be opening up at the end of March, beginning of April. I don't have the dates at the moment, but you want to get on the priority list. That priority list is not going to obligate you to do anything, except it's going to give you the opportunity to get bonuses. You'll be in touch with me. You'll be first to know. You're going to get early access to membership. And if you're new to Rock That Fitness with Anna Rockstar, just to let you know, what is Rock That Fitness membership, which I probably need to do another episode on that. Rock That Fitness membership is a membership to help women get strong and lean. Not just any women over 40, and especially those of us who are ambitious, we're career driven, we've got a lot going on, and we just need to cut to the chase. We need to know the science, and we need to approach this with the evidence-based facts on how to get strong and lean. And inside of Rock That Fitness, we have a wonderful, wonderful, strong, very active community of women that are encouraging, supportive, and they're real. This is a group that you're not going to go in here and it's not going to be a pity party and it's not going to be sad. The vibration is high in here. It's the rock star vibe in here. It's where, and it's not toxic positivity either. I'm talking, we're taking action. We're not making excuses. We're finding solutions when things are tough or challenging. So that's not the place for you. If you're just looking for a club to hang out in and be social, that's not what this is about. This is truly coaching. And I say that it's not just a program where we hand you a nutrition, guide and we're like, and here's your strength training program and go at it, girl. It's not just that. We go above and beyond and we are going to coach you, help you, give you the blueprint you need for yourself personally to walk the steps, to take the steps towards that goal, whatever physique goal you have for yourself. And so, yes, strength training, we do strength training. We have phases, 6-week phases, every 6 weeks, brand new phase of training. And I'm talking strength training. Okay. If you're just doing workouts with dumbbells, that's not training, girl. That's just doing workouts with dumbbells. And if that's you and you've been wanting to get stronger, leaner, build muscle, then this is where you want to be. We design our training program specifically for building muscle and getting stronger. We do 6-week programs. Every 6 weeks, there's a new program, and we deliver it in our Rock That Fitness app. So you have it, take it with you to the gym. You have it at home if you're doing a home workout. Yes, you can do either one. You can do your training at home, or you could go to the gym. We've got these options here. I'm not going to get into it. But anyway, what else? Rock That Fitness is going to be opening up membership again. So please do not delay. Get yourself on the priority list. That way you'll know. You'll get emails from me. When you get email from me, by the way, when you sign up and you're on the email, which I'm still in the middle of naming our community because this email list is not just a list. It's not just a newsletter, but it's a community and I'm in the middle of trying to name it. We are actually, if you're on this community list, that sounds funny. We're trying to name our community and I'm in the middle of that. I'm getting real close. All right. So thank you for being patient with me. But when you get on my contact list, I don't sell your email to anybody. You're going to be getting emails from me and they're pretty personal. I'm going to be sharing, I'll be sharing updates. I'll be giving you encouraging words, motivation. I'll be sharing education in the areas of nutrition, in the areas of your physique and fitness and strength training, science-based stuff that you're going to want to know. And yes, this is where, if you're on my contact list, you're also going to know what's happening with Rock That Fitness and what are we offering at the time, what challenges we're doing, what programs are coming up. You're going to always be in the loop. So that's why it's important to be on the contact list. And if you aren't on the contact list, then go to rockthatfitness.com and get on it. Go to the show notes. You'll find a way to get on it. Boy, am I getting off on a tangent here. This is the intro. I'm already 5 minutes in. We haven't even started on our topic yet. But this is important. It's coming, and I don't want you to miss it. This happens every time. I'll get somebody say, "Oh, I missed registration. I didn't know." So I'm doing my best to get the word out there. So if and Rockstar ladies, please get the word out. Tell everybody, share. If you're in my social medias, please share my post. Please do me a favor. We need to reach women that need help. They need to know. They don't know. They're busy. They're working. They're doing things. We need to get the word out. So please do me a huge favor. Do that woman a huge favor and share. Share this podcast. Share the podcast. Share. All right. Is that it? Is that all I wanted to say about that? That's all I want to say about that. We do have some free resources. So if you're not quite, you're not really ready, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do a program yet, you don't want coaching yet, which I want to highlight that. Rock That Fitness is coaching. We're not just a program. And when I say coaching, we care. We care about you. We invest our time in you. We help you personally reach your goals based on what's going on in your life, help you navigate your own journey, because everybody has it different, right? You've got your career goals, you've got things going on, you've got your family obligations, other responsibilities. All of these things are going on, and we're going to help you and coach you, because the piece that's missing with most programs is you're not getting coached. You get a program, but you're not having the coaching. And coaching is that next level that's going to get you to your goals, because we're going to help you understand what's going on with you. It is the mindset piece. I don't want to talk about the word I want to say mindset. It gets thrown around all the time, like this mindset. What is that? It's talking about habits and behaviors, how you think and how we all need to rewire the way that we think, so that the things that we implement become sustainable and lifelong habits. Okay, I'm going on. I didn't know I was going to talk about this. Are you ready to get into our topic today? Because I am. I'm excited. But get on the priority list for Rock That Fitness membership. Do not miss this chance this spring. Okay, it's coming. All right. Now, let's talk. And I don't have a guest this week. It's just me and you, girl. It's going to be great. I love this topic so very, very much. And why I decided to talk about it today is because, I was on a coaching call with a group of our Rock That Fitness members. We're finishing up right now. This is the last of the 6 weeks of our Kickstart program, which is our small group coaching program, Kickstart, inside a membership. Now it's only available in membership. We used to do it outside, but right now we decided we want to keep it inside of the membership. So right now we're wrapping up the last week of Kickstart. And we had one of our most, deep coaching calls the other night. And ladies, if you're listening, man, thank you. Thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for opening up. This honesty is where freedom is. I mean, when we can get honest with ourselves, the moment we get honest with ourselves is the moment we are going to experience true freedom, like freedom in so many different areas of our life, your health, your fitness, your relationships. It's so important to be. So anyway, thank you ladies for being so open, honest, and vulnerable. And this call we ended up on this topic of energy. And I'm not going to name any names. Well, I can shout her out. Karen, she asked, "Can you do a podcast episode on energy?" And then I squirmed. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know. And, the more I said, I don't know. But you know what, Karen, if you're listening, thank you for for the nudge, because this really is a very important topic. And I think just like anything, whenever we are going to do something, we might not feel like we're fully, I don't know, qualified, prepared to do it. And that's kind of like the moment I felt like, but you know what? I have lots I can share on this. And I don't have to know and have it perfectly, but I've learned a lot and I want to share it. So thank you, Karen, for the nudge, because I'm going to talk about energy. And this is one of those reasons. So if you wonder, if you've been following me on social media, especially in my Instagram stories, you will hear me talk about the Rockstar vibe. Well, you're going to understand on another level what that means when I'm talking about it. So just a second here. We got to do a little, I need to chug a little water. This is your water break. Take some water. I'm trying to find the mute button on my microphone. Cheers. Cheers. There's my cup. Nurses call the shots. I have had this cup forever. I got this at the OR from my sweet nurse friend, Leslie. Cheers. Wow. I did not know I was that thirsty. Okay. Anyways, we're going to talk about this. And what is this Rockstar vibe? You're going to understand what I mean by this, because it is a vibe, a vibration in the frequency, in the energy. And I don't care if you think this is woo-woo. You know what? If you think this is woo-woo and you don't like it, the vibe isn't for you. And that's okay. No judgment. No judgment here. But I really do strongly believe in this, and it's actually backed by science. So it's not only backed by science, I am experiencing this every day. And so are the clients of Rock That Fitness. And I don't think they may not even, some of them may not even know that they're experiencing this. So I want to talk about this, okay? Because I'm not talking about just physical energy. I'm also going to be talking about emotional energy, because energy is everywhere, right? And the reason I want to talk about this is because everything affects everything. Everything impacts everything. And when it comes to your health and your fitness, this impacts your health and your fitness. It's actually one of the most important things that's going to impact your health and fitness. And the more you lean into this, the more you become aware of it, you're going to see how it impacts. So like I say, I'm not talking about just mental or physical energy. I'm also talking about the mental and emotional energy, because guess what? They affect everything. The physical energy or lack of is going to affect the mental and emotional energy, and your emotional and your mental energy is going to impact your physical energy. So if you can think of it as all, have you ever, okay, you know, when you look on a storage, I just thought about this the other day, you know, when you look on your phone and you look at your phone storage, right? And you see that line across, and it's got like the different colors, like this color, like you have this much is taken up by photos and videos. This much is taken up by apps, and this much is taken up by, okay, think about that with your energy in a given day, right? You're going to have certain parts of the day that are taking certain things in your day. They're going to be taking up physical energy, emotional energy, mental energy, but it's all being taken up from you. It is all energy. So it's important to know that energy is not just physical energy. Okay. So let's be, I'm looking at my notes here. If you're mentally drained all of the time, it does not matter how much sleep you get. It doesn't matter if you crushed your workouts all the time. If you are mentally drained, you are going to feel exhausted. And this is my hope, that after we talk about all this, after we talk about energy and these different things, I'm going to tell you what we're going to go over today, and you start to recognize this and apply it to your life, it's gonna blow your mind, and you're gonna know, like, wow, I'm wise. I'm so wise now. I get it. And you're gonna be able to do these things. Here's what I'm gonna talk about today: what energy output really means, both physically and mentally, how your energy frequency impacts your life. And yes, there's a high energy and there's a low energy state. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm also going to talk about how to recognize when you are leaking That sounds so weird. When you're leaking energy, but there are energy leaks, okay? And whether it's through certain people or places or habits, there are leaks, girl. There are leaks. And then I'm going to talk about how you can protect your energy so you can be more productive. Who doesn't want to be more productive? And you can feel not only be more productive, but you can also feel at peace and you can have more joy in your life. Come on. Who doesn't want more of that? And that is the Rockstar vibe, girl. All right. If you're watching me on YouTube, I'm animated. I don't even know if I've ever told you this. My name is Anna because I'm animated. Just kidding. I don't know. I'm not kidding. I'm very animated, apparently. Country Boy tells me this all the time. He's like, do you even know how many facial expressions you have? I'm like, no. He goes, you're even making facial expressions when you're texting on your phone and you're doing things on your phone. Can you imagine? That's hilarious. I'm so funny to myself. Anyway, so by the end of this episode, you are going to have a clear understanding of how to stop energy drains and how to start optimizing your life. So let's go ahead and let's get started on understanding energy. And like I say, I know that this might sound just so elementary, but there are so many levels of this. It can really get deep. And the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. There's just so much about this that it's real. And I just want to say it really is science based. So don't think that it's just woo woo. There's science to back this up because talk to Einstein. He'll tell you all about energy. Okay, physical energy. Your body, like I said, it's kind of like a battery, right? Everything you do is either charging your body or it's draining your body, okay? The foods that you eat, they're going to fuel your workouts, but it's also going to affect your brain function and how you feel. These are just notes I'm going to go over, and I'm going to share some things in depth in a little bit. And strength training builds your physical resilience, and it also helps your mental health, right? So let's strength train, ladies. Structured strength training. And sleep is huge. Sleep is so huge. If you haven't listened to my episode on sleep, please go listen to that. Also, we just did a recent episode on sleep again. But the one that I would love you to listen to is the one that I did a solo episode on sleep, because I get into all of the details of sleep cycle and how it impacts your brain and your body. You got to listen to it if you haven't listened to it. So if you're skimping your sleep, your body and your mind will suffer. Okay. And there's a difference. I'm always going to say this. There's a difference between getting enough sleep and getting optimal sleep. Huge difference. If you don't know what the difference is, let's find out. Also movement, whether it's lifting, walking, just getting outside, these things play a major role in how much energy you actually have. Now, when it comes to mental energy, mental and emotional energy, this is the part that often gets overlooked. And seriously, think about this. I think about when, you're working, you're doing something that's taking up a lot of mental energy. Say you're working all day, mentally working, you're going to work all day, you're doing these things, you're sending emails, you're interacting with people. You're not necessarily like training in the gym or going for a run. You're mentally doing things. It's a lot of work, mental work. And at the end of the day, if you are like most people, that's not the time where you feel like, why? I didn't even do anything. Why do I not want to go to the gym? Well, gee, I wonder why. Because your mental and emotional energy has been drained all day, and that does impact your physical energy. So let's not forget that. This is really important. Your brain is constantly making decisions, processing emotions, responding to stresses. And if you're constantly on, always multitasking and never giving yourself a break, it's no wonder that you're feeling exhausted. Even if you're getting enough sleep, or optimal sleep, you can be exhausted for being always on. Stress, overthinking, and even small daily frustrations. Small daily frustrations throughout the day, that's going to really, really drain you. Like running late or dealing with negative people. And I'm going to talk about that too in a little bit. They all contribute to mental fatigue. So if you're feeling drained all of the time, it's not just about getting more sleep. It's not about getting more coffee or caffeine. It's about managing both your physical and your mental energy. Okay, time to take another swiggy of the water. That wasn't just a sip, that was a chug. I'm always keeping it real. I'm not going to be like cutting and editing and all this kind of stuff. I'm just going to keep on going. Next, we're talking about energy frequency. Here's something, and here's the Rockstar vibe. And I'm going to talk a little bit about this because I love this. This is so exciting. This is where things get really interesting. Have you ever noticed, just me, I'm the only one that has noticed this, that some people, they just seem to have they have like an electric energy about them. They are vibrant, they are productive, and they are positive. Do you know people like that? Do you know anybody like that? Well, meanwhile, there are other people that when you're around them, they're always exhausted. They're always stuck. They're always overwhelmed. They're always complaining about something, or they're always talking about something that's draining and negative. And it's like, you get around them, you're like, there's nothing positive. They have nothing happy to say. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right? Well, that's because they live in a different energy state. We all live in a certain energy state, certain frequency. So let me talk about these like low energy, high energy frequency. So a low energy state, like I say, I know this sounds so elementary, but it's a good reminder, and it's so true. Watch this. Low energy. Okay, this is the drain zone. This is what I'm talking about. Energy is drained. The battery's draining. Feeling sluggish, mentally foggy, unmotivated, always overwhelmed, or stuck in negativity, constantly tired, no matter how much sleep they get, surrounding yourself with people or situations that drain. So that's going to cause this low energy. High energy, clear-minded, motivated, and confident. Feel more in control of your emotions and reactions. More productive, more focused, more joyful and present in your life. We want this, right? We want this high energy state. So how do you feel like you relate to that? Like, where do you feel like you tend? I mean, I know we experience both, right? We're just humans. We're human nature. We experience both low energy and high energy, both. But where do you tend to live? What state of energy do you tend to live in? And I believe that we can change it, and we can choose it, and we can train ourselves to be in the Rockstar vibe. And when I say Rockstar vibe, Rockstar vibe to me is high energy. I know, right? You didn't know that. It's the power zone. High energy, high power zone. That's Rockstar vibe. Rockstar vibes, Rockstar vibrations. So how can you shift into a high energy state? That's the question, right? I'm going to talk a little bit about the obvious things that we can do. Think about it for yourself. What are the things that energize you, right? Fueling your body well, nutrition and hydration. I mean, that's like no brainer, right? Moving your body daily, lifting weights, walking or stretching, getting some cardio in, exercise, moving your body, dancing, right? Protect your peace. Okay, this is another one. This is how you can keep your energy high, by protecting your peace, cutting out unnecessary drama and negativity, and being intentional. Be intentional with your time. Say no to things that don't serve you. I was talking about this on my Instagram story the other day, and I actually got quite a few people saying, wow, I needed to hear that. We have to protect our time intentionally, as your energy frequency determines how you show up in your life. And the goal is to move out of the drain zone and into the power zone. Okay, I'm going to drink a little water here. Wow, I don't know why I'm so thirsty today. Must have been those pickles on my sandwich. I've almost drank my whole gallon of water already today. Oh, and I also went on a run today, which was so beautiful. Okay, shiny, I know. I want to talk about this energy state. And, I just talked about these physical ways we can do it, right? Getting plenty of sleep, nutrition, hydration, moving our body, protecting our time, and these kind of things. But another thing that we need to talk about here is, and I want to give you an analogy because I love to think, what I like to think about frequencies. I'm thinking radio waves, girl. I'm thinking I'm going to dial the radio to that Rockstar frequency, to that Rockstar station. Okay. So if you're feeling like you're living in this, you're dialed in, what station are you dialed in? What we should call these, like, this is a 70, I'm gonna call this like 75.9. That's the low energy frequency radio. That's the depressing, sad, nothing happy, always complaining, nothing's good, can't be motivated. That's the frequency. I'm just making this up, okay? The radio station 79 point, did I just say that? 79.5. I'm just making that up. Well, if you are there all the time, that's your state, right? We can choose to dial the radio up to 101.101. I'm just going to say 101.1. 101.1 Rockstar vibes, Rockstar station, right? And I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, that sounds so ridiculous, Anna. No, it doesn't. Because how can we do that? The way that we do that has to do with what we're focused on. You've heard this many times. I've said it many times. Tony Robbins has said it a million and billion and trillion times. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. Whoa. Yes. Hello. So if you're finding yourself in a low energy state, you got to take a step back. I got to take a step back. And I say, wow, what's my focus? Excuse me. Because inevitably, if you're focused on these things, I'm going to talk about the drains. I may as well just go into this, right? Well, anyway, you get the point, right? One of my mentors talked about it like a thermostat, So we all kind of have a tendency of being in a certain energy state. So if your thermostat is right around, most of the time, low energy state, I'm just going to say 75. And then something exciting happens, like so great, and like you are so pumped and the energy is really high and you're excited about this, and it goes up to like 90 or 100. It's just too good to be true. You're not going to allow yourself to stay there because that's just too good to be true. So then you naturally go back to that. It's like that thermostat, whenever the thermostat kicks on because you have it set for 75, but then the house gets really hot. And so it kicks on, right? It's down, comes back. But that's the same thing with where we're at in our thermostat. We have a place that we live. And then when the temperature goes up really high, we go back to that place where we live, right? And that temperature. Or if it gets down really low, we're there for a little bit, but we always come back to what our temperature is set at. And so, but we can train that set point. We can by becoming aware of these energy leaks that I'm going to talk about and becoming aware of where our focus is. I was talking to a client recently and she was frustrated because she knows what she needs to do. She hasn't been consistent, and she was on fire for a while, then life happens and things are going on, stressors of family, and then seeing these other people doing things that are like quick fixes, medications to lose weight, and she's feeling very like having I'm losing the word here, like a temptation to do something that's temporary and quick fix. But she knows in her heart it's not right. But she's feeling down and she's not interacting with the people that would be the high power people. So she's in this zone, right? This low vibration. She doesn't even know it. We don't even know it sometimes. We're so unaware. That's why we're talking about this today. So we can become more and more aware. And the thing is, what is she focusing on? Focusing on instead of focusing on the things that she wants and where she wants to go and what she wants to do, and surrounding herself with the people that will lift her up, support her, help her remember her goals, challenge her, those kind of things. She's over here. So we need to shift. All of us need to shift our mind into focusing on. So it's like, that's what's going on. Like the bottom line is, what are we focused on? Because what we focus on, right? That's where our energy is going. Let's talk about recognizing energy leaks, energy suckers, whatever, energy drains, whatever you want to call them. Okay. They're sneaky little things that suck the life out of us, like literally, because trust me, they are everywhere. And I have become more keenly aware of it in my life in the past. I don't know. I've become more and more aware of energy leaks and drains. So what are they? What are the drains of energy? People. This is a big one. And I know you know what I'm talking about. Negative people, dramatic people, needy individuals who are always taking, and they never give. They're just always taking from us. And taking is something as simple as they are just going to talk. They're going to talk your ear off, and they're never going to ask you how you're doing. I'm only laughing because we all know, we know these people. Hopefully you're not one. But negative people are going to drain us. And so, yeah, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a minute too, because I want to bring some light to that and what to do about that. Places, cluttered environments. You don't want to look at this part of my desk over here. I'm glad it's not in the camera because it's gotten kind of cluttered on this little shelf here. And I'm like, I need to clean that up. Anna, come on. We need to clear this up. But it's true. Cluttered spaces are taking up energy. I'm not saying like you have to live perfectly, right? But the clutter, things not being in place, things not being, somewhat organized actually is taking energy. Even if you like it that way, it's sucking up energy. Stressful workplaces, lots of noises, lots of unnecessary sounds, noises, energy suck. And toxic online spaces. Do we need to go there, right? If you are doing things on social media that whatever you're watching, scrolling, looking at is a negative vibe, which by the way, I don't watch the news, and you can like not like me and I don't care, but the news has nothing good for me. The news is just going to sensationalize all the negative things because that's what they want. They want to draw you in. What will draw you in? There's nothing, you don't need to watch the news. Nobody needs to watch the news. If you want to find out what's going on, you can look it up. Find it online, like you can do a search, but like, let's not go listening to all this news stuff, all this stuff. If you are watching that stuff, I guarantee you it's sucking your energy. You're focused on it. Hello, you're focused on negativity. So, and one of the things, like, I will never watch anything negative or news or anything like that before bedtime, especially. I mean, that's just draining to the brain. So I don't need to drive that home, I hope, because Rockstar ladies, I know you are not spending your precious time, your most valued commodity, watching news. Yes, I said it. Or even listening to the news. It's sucking your energy. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do. It's your choice. But just understand that it is sucking your energy. Habits is another one. How these habits can suck our energy. Overcommitting ourselves. Doom scrolling, which I just said, right? Doom scrolling. Scrolling all the sad things going on any of the social platforms. Lack of boundaries. We're afraid to say no to something or turn something down. That's going to suck your energy, especially if it's not something that, you don't need to do it, right? That could be a whole nother episode. Constant comparing ourselves. That's a habit, has to stop. Okay. If you're in that place of comparisonitis, I just want to encourage you to figure out what you need to do to get away from that, because it's draining your energy, girl. You're the only one you're the only you. There's no comparing, because if you want to compare, I'm just going to go here for just a second. Just one little second. If you want to compare yourself to somebody else in another body, I want you, and you're like comparing your body to theirs, because we're talking physique here. You know what? You better compare all the things, right? What is their nutrition like? What is their lifestyle like? What is their career like? What are the demands on their life? What is their family? What are the genetics? What was their upbringing? I mean, the list is long. Don't drain your energy thinking about it. Just stop the comparison and do you. Just do you. Keep your eyes on your own paper. Stay in your lane, girl. So how do you identify these, right? Do you feel like you're mentally or emotionally drained after spending time with certain people? Boom, hello. It's not that complicated. It's pretty simple. Are you constantly exhausted no matter how much rest you get? Well, yes, we want to start with the nutrition and we want to start with rest and sleep, but you may be overly drained. Your battery may be draining because of these other mental and emotional things. Do you feel stressed and anxious and you don't know why? Okay. These are signs that your energy is leaking somehow, some way. These are the signs that something or someone is draining your energy. So how can we protect our energy? This is going to be great. I really hope you can take home some of these, take these to heart. I do this all the time. This is like part of the reason why I believe so strongly in having a mindful practice every morning, because helping me to stay still for a while and be with my thoughts and my intentions for the day has really helped me become more focused and aware. I'm so aware. It's crazy. And it's a good thing. Okay. Another sip of water. Cheers. Let's talk about how we protect our energy. We have to protect our energy. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. If you want to live peacefully, joyfully, happily, and be productive and focused, girl, you have got to learn to protect your energy. Now let's get into this part. Clear boundaries, especially with people who drain you. Now, I'm not saying to go be mean. Am I saying that? Like you're going to go tell your person, whoever it is that's draining your energy, I can't listen to you anymore. Okay. Talk to the hand. No, here's what we do. We have people in our lives that, there are three types of people that we have three types of access that people can have to us. Okay. The access we give to people. We choose the access that people have to us. Number one, expanded access. These are the people that we allow in. It's expanded. They challenge you. They love you unconditionally. They support you. They care for you. They care for your goals, and they're going to hold you accountable to it. Hey, did you get your workout in today? You said you were going to do that. Hey, I see this is going on. You're better than that. I know you can do it. Hey, you said you were going to do this. How come you're not doing it? Those are the people that we give access to, expanded access to. For myself, I give access to these expanded people in my personal network. Like in the business world, I have coaches. I have friends that are in business coach groups that we're peers, and we hold each other accountable, and we talk about our goals, and we talk about what's next, what are our steps, and we call each other, we talk to each other. These people I give access to, because when I get off of a phone call with one of them, I'm on fire, girl. I'm on fire. Fireball. Well, not fireball, but you know what I mean. And so these expanded people, you want these people in your life because they help you become better. They improve your life. They bring the energy. Okay. Bring the energy. And then we've got limited. Limited is not a bad thing. I mean, these are typically, it's our family, it's our day-to-day friends, people, somebody that you'll go have coffee with or go I don't know, play tennis with or do something active with, hang out with for a while, but it's limited, play music with. You're not counting on them for your support and encouragement. You absolutely don't want to count on them. They're not the people that are going to care. They don't care about your goals. They're going to let you binge. They're going to let you complain and da 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 da. They don't care, but you can love them. Just we limit our time. We limit our access with them. And then the third type is just extremely toxic. That one, I'm saying no more. I wasn't even aware of that years ago. I was not even aware of it. Hello. So nowadays, extremely toxic. As soon as I notice, I love you, but I love me more. And no, we have to definitely eliminate the toxic people. Yeah, that's a tough one. I know, because sometimes there's family that's toxic, and I get it. What else? Reduce exposure to negativity. I already talked about that, but I wrote this in my notes. Social media, gossip. Who does that? I don't know about you, but if I hear people gossiping, I don't want to hear gossip. I don't want to be a part of it. It's not good. No. Toxic work environments. That's got to be really tough. So if you're in a toxic work environment, that's hard. That's a decision that we have to make on definitely protecting our energy, doing the things we need to do on all the other areas of our life so that we can protect ourselves when we're in that toxic work environment. And maybe, just maybe, you might want to get yourself out of that toxic work environment so that you can actually optimize your life. I'm not here to tell you what to do, girl, but just be aware and know you've got options. You have choices. We don't have to live in a toxic work environment. We don't. We have choices. Some people get mad when I'll say that we have choices, but we were talking this on our coaching call. Life is all about choices, all of it. How about people who complain or like, this is going on in my life and I've got to pay all these bills. I got all this debt and my car is about to get repoed. I'm making this story up. Okay. But they don't take into account all of the decisions that happen to get to today. Like, let's not live as a victim. Like, look at all the things that happened to get here, And it's sad. And I'm not judging. It's just observation. Simple. I'm noticing. I notice. I get it. There are different types of people. I just said this on social media the other day. You got two types of people. You got the victim, and then you have the person who's empowered, right? To make choices, to take full responsibility for all aspects of their life. Y'all, the people who are victims feel like life is happening to them. The people who are empowered recognize that they have choices and life is happening for us. It's a beautiful thing. And I kind of make fun of it now because it's like life is happening for me. When something goes bad or wrong or hard, I'm like, life's happening for me. This is my opportunity to learn. What can I learn from this? What can I gain from this? How can I become a better person from this lesson in life? But I'll tell you right now, the people who are victims, they don't want to hear that. So I'm not talking to them about it. I'm talking to my peers. I'm talking to the board of directors in my head, the people that are like me. Like, yeah, what did we learn from this? Because these lessons don't go away. They keep coming back until we learn them. But anyway, two types of people, victim, empowered. How did I get off on this tangent? I don't even know. I don't know how I got in. The toxic work environment. That's how. So what do we do? What other things can we do to protect our energy? Well, we can create a calm, intentional routine. And this is going to refuel your energy. I love doing that in the mornings. I love to create a calm environment for myself so that my mind is at peace. And I even tune in to certain frequencies when it comes to certain like sounds and music, kind of help. So you can do this for yourself to help you to protect your energy. And it's like it fuels you. It fills up your battery. So, and learn to say no to things that aren't serving you. And I think a lot of women have difficulty in this area because for years, we are natural caregivers and want to care and do and please. So that also can be a whole nother episode, a topic having to do with why are we doing that? Why? You feel like you need to do that, like you need to be needed. I know people in my life that do things because they have a need to be needed. So it's not really helpful. So, but I mean, of course, if you are supposed to do something, then it's meant to be. But if you're taking on a bunch of things and too many things, well, it's not serving you. And it's also taking away the opportunity for somebody else to step up and do that thing. It doesn't have to be you every time. Just because you did it last year and the year before and the year before, that doesn't mean that you have to do it this year too. You have to really search your heart and see, is this for me? And do I need to eliminate this? This is part of, leaving some margin in your life, in your day. Margin. Remember what I said about the pages of the notebook, right? You have leave some space between the lines, leave some space in the margins of your life so that you can be at peace and not be drained all the time. Energy leaks, they can be sneaky. So pay attention to these things. Start feeling. The way you know is like being really dialed into your feelings and emotions, especially anything going on around people and environments. Like I just said, if you're feeling some sort of way about it and it doesn't feel great, ask yourself, what are these emotions I'm feeling? I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling aggravated or emotional. What is it? Is it, but remember too, to not become your feelings. Like you're not anxious. You're not afraid, scared, angry, frustrated. You are experiencing the emotions, and I think it's very helpful for us to realize that we're not those emotions. We are not our emotions, but we can experience them. And I think it's important to start feeling, and not just feeling, but being aware and processing those emotions and finding out, what am I feeling right now? Because that's going to let you know what frequency you're dialed into. And we want to change that by changing these things and the focus. So they can be sneaky. So the more you recognize them, the easier it is to protect your peace. The more joy you're going to have, the more peace you're going to have, the more productive you're going to have, more productivity, more focus. So what happens when we do these things? We start protecting our energy instead of letting everything just drain us. I'm going to say this off the top. You know what? You might not be very popular with the people that you have been popular with when you start protecting your energy. And that's okay, right? We have to be okay with that, especially when we know we're doing the right thing for ourselves. If somebody doesn't like that you're protecting your own energy, they're not respecting you, then do you really want that person to have access to you? Something to think about. We want to have more joy, more peace. We want to feel lighter and happier. We want to tune in to the Rockstar frequency, 101.1. I just made that up, like on this episode. Is it going to be a thing? Why did I even say that? Could it be another number? Maybe I want to change the number. Increased productivity. You can feel focused better. You're going to get more done in less time. I'm telling you. How many times I've learned this lesson, how many times I've stayed up late trying to accomplish a task. And it just became, I was exhausted the next day. Exhausted. I didn't get enough rest, enough sleep. And the actual product that I was lame. Like, it was awful. It was not a good outcome. I've learned that I want to show up to my task and my projects with energy, focused, right? So it's better to get to bed and focus on that the next day. You'll have so much more focus and you'll be happier, lighter, in control of your emotions. What else is going to happen when we start protecting our energy? Well, we're going to have better relationships. You're going to have more patience. You're going to be present for the people that you love. You're going to have better relationships when you protect your energy because you're going to be showing up in your relationships like this, lighter, happier, in control of your emotions. It's not going to be pretend because you will be legit. You will be legit dialed in to this Rockstar vibe. So remember, protecting your energy is not selfish, just like taking care of your health and your fitness is not selfish either. It's essential. It's essential. Protecting your energy is essential for living a high quality life. Yes. And, I know you know these things. I mean, you're smart, you're intelligent, but it's good to be reminded. I remind myself all the time of this stuff, all the time, especially when I'm feeling worn out. I mean, like, what am I doing? What's happening? Because it does happen from time to time. We're not going to be living, and, at, we're not, I'm going to live at 101.1 Rockstar vibe. Okay. I'm living there. Yes. Okay. And I may go over the top, but, we do experience all of the frequencies, but we want to live in a high state, right? We want to have our thermostat set high, and we can train ourselves. So I hope that this is inspiring you to take a look around and see how your energy is being drained, and make some changes. So I'm going to wrap this up. I hope that there was something in here for your energy, because your energy, it's your most valuable resource, along with your time. And I appreciate your time listening to this episode. Yeah, it is. It's very, very important that we focus what we focus on is giving us energy, and so that we can thrive and not just be surviving. How many times you hear people say that? Like, how are you doing? Oh, hanging in there. Wow. I don't want to be just hanging in there. I want to be flying. I want to be soaring high in the sky and just soaring. I'm not even, you know what? There's a difference between flying like this, like the birds that fly like this, they're having to flap their wings to stay in the air and to navigate their, whatever. But eagles, they go up high in the sky. This is why I love eagles so much. I love eagles. You see my eagle? Look, I digress. Shiny. That's Anna the eagle on my shoulder there. See that tattoo? I got that tattoo when I was 40. Yeah. Anyways, think about eagles. They're up way up in the sky. You know what's so beautiful about eagles? They are up high, so they get to see everything that, whatever elevation they're at, they can see everything. It's not like a chicken on the ground, pecking the ground. They can only see the ground. They're pecking the ground, right? But anyway, eagles they're not working hard to fly. They use the wind. They're like soaring. They're soaring on the wind currents. That's what we want. That's what protecting our energy does. We can soar like an eagle. That's not even in my notes. But yeah, your energy is your most valuable resource, girl. And it's going to impact how you feel. It's going to impact how you perform and how you show up in your life. So we got to start paying attention to what are the things that are draining us. What are the things that are fueling us, getting us, pumped up, excited, the real deal. I'm not talking fake. I'm talking real. So I want you to take some action. I'm going to give you a little homework. Little light homework. Try doing an energy audit. Like what in your life can you start changing to start giving back, bringing back some more energy into your life, into your physical, mental, and emotional self? What needs to change? Where can you set better boundaries? How can you create better environments? What needs to change? Does the access to you from certain people need to change? Do you need to find more people that are in this area of the expanded folks, the ones that expand you, help you become a better person? How about those, right? Speaking of which, this is a great little segue, again, to remind you to get on the priority list for Rock That Fitness membership. This is a beautiful place to be, to surround yourself with other driven women who are ambitious about the things that they're doing in their lives, their careers, and showing up, right? And to be surrounded with those women, that is going to give you energy. It's not going to drain you. We do not drain inside of Rock That Fitness. That is an absolute, I do not approve. That doesn't happen there. Okay, this is where we uplift each other, and you're going to be there in a space surrounded with people that are high energy. That's what we do there. So go to the show notes, get on the priority list, because I want you to do this. Take action. Take action today. If you've been wanting to do Rock That Fitness and it's like, what's stopping you? Let's focus. Focus, girl. Focus, focus. Get in here so we can get some coaching, get you on board. What are you waiting for? Why waste another day? Like, why? You can start today, by the way. Get some free resources. Get started today. You can go to rockthatfitness.com. I think in the show notes, there's all the free resources in the show notes. Go check it out. But anyway, if this episode resonated with you, please share it with somebody else. Share it with somebody, a friend who needs to hear this. Let's help more women step into their power and protect their energy. Y'all, I'm like noticing that my arms have gotten even more defined. I'm not here to boast or brag, but I'm just saying anybody can get to the point where they are like flexing muscles. I never thought I could be this like lean and strong and lean. Get in Rock That Fitness. Get strong and lean with me. It's fun. It's awesome. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But anyway, do me a huge favor. First of all, I want to say this, and I mean this with all of my heart. I said this in my stories on my Instagram story the other day, and I really mean this so much for you listening. You come and listen to or watch me on YouTube, watch my podcast episode regularly all the time, or even today. Thank you for your time, because I know that your time is actually the most valuable asset that you have, the most valuable commodity. That's another way of saying it, that you have. And I appreciate it. Thank you for taking time to listen to this episode and listening all the time. So do me a huge favor. Would you please, would you give us a rating? 5 stars would be great. And even a review, or even make a comment or ask a question. If you're on Spotify lets you put a comment. I don't think the others do, but we're on all the platforms. But if you just leave a review or a 5-star, that would be great. But even better, I would love it if you could share this podcast episode. Maybe take a screenshot of it, put it in your stories, tag me. If you tag me, I'm gonna give you a surprise. How about that? If you screenshot this podcast episode this week and you tag me and share it on your social media, I'm going to give you a surprise. Okay. What's it going to be? I don't know, just a surprise. Maybe I'll just tell you what it's going to be. I will give you, no, I'm not. I'm going to surprise you. But come on. Let's do it. All right, girl. I love you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this episode. Let's hang out and remember, right? Rockstar vibe. Vibe high, girl. Rock on. Self-care, self-love, all day, every day. Do I have your word? Good. Rock on.